Hi guys, welcome to your reading. For those that do not know me, I am Tabitha, your psychic, medium, healer, and starseed. Okay, this is going to be about a month-long prediction for Pisces. It is for the month of May, but whenever it reaches you is when it's intended for you. So before I get into it, just a quick reminder that if you'd like to book a reading with me, you still can through my email address, which I have linked below. That's tabithahealingcenter@gmail.com. But I no longer take payments for readings. So it is a donation. It is whatever you feel you can donate, and it is done on your own accord. And that is to the Tim Bergling Foundation, which is also linked below. Okay, so still book through me, but it's just a donation to the Tim Bergling Foundation in lieu of payment. Also, Malachite Moon Girl has just launched a new line of bath bombs. They smell absolutely amazing. I'm obsessed with the honey almond. I bought a few batches. She has a Mother's Day special going on right now. So all of these bath bombs, they have crystals inside them as well. And she did have various scents. So check her out on Instagram. That's at Malachite Moon Girl. She does have a Mother's Day special, as I was saying. Also, too, if you guys ever want to get a hold of me, you can through Instagram as well. So that's Tabitha Indigo Child. I post daily content there as well. I also go live quite frequently. I go live twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. So you can catch that at Tabby M Co or Tabitha Indigo Child. Okay, let's get into it. So this month, you guys had Archangel Meteron come through for you, and this angel that helps with inner child like wounds and healing. So it's interesting because both of these angels deal with like children. So one is like heavily like protects children. They work with healing inner child wounds. They also work with like the environment. So they have like a few little like things that they do, but their biggest thing they're telling me is that they help inner child wounds. And then we have Archangel Metron, who is like such a beautiful archangel. He is also considered like the record keeper, okay? So he's the one that stands alongside God and tracks everything. He has a lot of universal, sacred geometry and what else does he do? Oh, esoteric like healing work. So he worked really closely with indigo children, crystal children, highly sensitive children, like basically any child that has abilities, which is technically all of us. He helps assisting those children as well. He also helps with like time management, wrapping up time, timelines, universal like time, chronos time. He's like father time, basically. So that is so those two angels are working really closely with you guys this month. So this. So you guys got serpentine as your crystal. This is to awaken your reptilian nature. So starseeds and galactic came through a lot, but I'll get into that. So they're saying this is to help like open your kundalini yogi inside of you or your kundalini experience. Anyone that needs a fresh start can really benefit from this crystal. They said that it's to use when it's time to let go of tired beliefs that are no longer like serving you. They're also telling you to use this during meditation. It's going to help you to like concentrate and really like they're talking about like bringing energy. So they're actually kind of talking about like chakras. They're talking about bringing the energy like from your spine, from the bottom of your spine like up, but in this like sitting meditative state. Okay, and like it comes up through all your chakras and like out through your crown. You guys also got Shugnite. So this is to get real with your truth. It's also a really good like protective stone, I find. It helps with like negative vibrations. I find anything like dark and dense like this in the mineral kingdom really helps to absorb negative energy. They're saying that anyone that's looking to get honest with themselves can really benefit from this. It's also a cool crystal because you could put it in like your water, and it would actually like help diffuse the negative energies within you as well. And like I said, it can also help the negative energies in your force field. And you guys got two affirmations. One is, I do not need to control life. I trust in magic and miracles. And life is good to me. Okay. So I see that you guys are starting the month off actually like pretty generous. Either people really want to help you guys, or like you're just like really wanting to help others, or you are helping others. I see a lot of like victory and success coming from this, possibly even like public recognition for you guys. Um, and yeah, I just see like a lot of generosity, a lot of generosity happening. You've maybe been like waiting on this, or like you're waiting on something in the first week, even though you have this generosity and this like victory and success. You're still like waiting on something. It could be something to do with like a boss, or like a high authority, or it could be like a marriage that someone's even waiting on, or like some sort of like formalization. Maybe for some of you, it's even like a contract, or like a divorce certificate, or like somebody waiting on like getting proposed to, or like for some of you, you could also be like waiting on an acceptance into like some sort of like organization, or like something of like something, it's like structure, like religion, like ideology, like I don't know, it's like some sort of like maybe even like big organization. You could possibly be dealing with like a Taurus, or like a boss figure as well. It is also just talking about like tradition, old systems even. So you're a little upset about something that didn't work out in the past. Could possibly been dealing with an earth sign, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or just someone who is like has a lot of material wealth. This person may like even come from money. This person, they're like very nurturing and grounded. They like the finer things in life. They make a really good boss though, or like a really good like friend, partner, sibling, child. Like this person like aims to please. Okay, so this person is gonna also make sure that everyone's well taken care of. They're like a provider. So make a really good like parent. They make a really good partner. They make a good friend. They also just make a really good boss, or like a business owner, like anything like that. And I see that this person can create a lot of wealth as well. This person does have abilities as well to create wealth. They like may be really good at like manifestation, or they may just have like some sort of abilities themselves, like like spiritual abilities. You could also have spiritual abilities yourself. Like very specifically, you might be really good at like manifesting, or like wishing, or like magic, or you could have like some people have like psychic abilities, some people have empathic abilities, some people like just all of these divination tools might work really well for you as well. Like tarot, astrology, crystals, like all that kind of stuff. So I see that like you're like waiting on something, maybe waiting on something from this like energy as well. Maybe you're waiting on like to make something more formal, and like you're like, or waiting on like some sort of like magic, or you feel like this person's being like, here it is, no it's not, or like they're in and out, or something like that. Anyways, so that could be very specific for someone. But in the first week, I do see victory and success and generosity for you. I do see like you kind of like being upset though about things that didn't work out in the past. Moving into your third week, I actually see like celebration. There could be some sort of collaboration, but I'm just seeing like celebration. I'm seeing like wine, like I'm seeing like people like cheers, like it's like a small group, but like I am seeing like some sort of like celebration. And you're patiently waiting on something as well. Okay, so you, even though like this like celebration is here, and like you have this victory and generosity, and you might have been like working in a group, or like you might like be like really like close with like a group of like for someone very specifically, it might be like a group of girls you're like close to. I don't know. I just see like it's like you belong to this group of 3 or like this group of 4 or like something like that. I don't know, that could be very specific for someone. Anyways, so I see that like you're patiently waiting on something to pay out. I'm not sure if this is just like your manifestation abilities, or if this is like something you put a lot of work into, or this is like something at work or something in the home or like in a relationship. It's just something that you've put a lot of time and effort into is what I'm getting mostly. Um, but you felt like left out in the cold. At some point, you felt left out in the cold. I don't know if it's like from a group or an organization, or if it's from a specific person or like a small group of people. But you are moving out of like conflict into smoother waters. But you're feeling like, for some of you, you might even like, might have to do with like relocation or like travel even. um like maybe like you even have to like leave somebody out in the cold, or like there is like some sort of like being left out in the cold and like travel and relocation coming through. um but yeah, you're like, it's like there's a lot of fear and anxiety. You have a lot of fear, anxiety, and like depression. Like you're feeling the need to like stand your ground. There was conflict at some point. There was being left out in the cold. Things didn't work out the way you wanted them to. But there's strength. You've gained immense strength from it. So you do have strength here. You've learned how to tame the beast within. You've become a stronger person. Your soul has evolved and grown from this. So that's kind of going down in like your second week of May. Moving into the third week is much better. You're in a much better space. You have the sun here, so you have happiness, contentment, good times, like all on the horizon. This is like happily ever after. I'm hearing. There is going to be like perhaps like another some sort of like celebration. This could even be like a union, or like a wedding, or like something like that. This partnership is really good. It's full of like trust, loyalty, domestic bliss. There's friendship. These people are like partners. They have a lot of patience. They have a lot of respect for each other. They work together. There's good communication. Like it's a really good partnership. It's a good union. And this brings about a whole new beginning for you. So you have this new beginning, this new journey that's going to unfold. But you do have like, there are kind of like secrets and illusions, and like the need to like see past what's being projected. They're just saying like see the forest through the trees. This is also divine feminine energy. It's also the moon. You also do have Pluto went retrograde on May 25th, or sorry, on April 25th. And Pluto is like scorpionic energy, so it's about like transformation, rebirth. It can sometimes be also about like um obsessive power and secrets. It's like a little bit of like the darker aspect of it, and it brings about huge change. So sometimes it can be a little bit uncomfortable. The sun also illuminates things, right? So to have the sun and the moon in the same week, there is probably going to be some illumination, or there could even possibly be like some sort of like secret revealed, or something like that. But I see that like from walking away from what no longer serves you, there is this like new beginning. This new beginning is being offered to you. It's just whether like you can like overcome the fear, like from all that strength that you gathered, because I do see you being like needing to take some time to rest, to like to maybe even like reflect. If you are feeling ill, like in the third week of May, like please, or towards the end of May, like take that rest. Like they are encouraging that if you feel like fatigued or anything like that. Um, they're saying that there's like, okay, so you do feel like betrayed, okay? For some reason, you feel like someone was spoiling for a fight, or like you feel like you got betrayed, or someone took something that didn't belong to them. Like there is like this like sort of like aspect coming through, okay? Use your inner knowledge. Like, you do have wisdom here, the high priestess. Like I said, you have abilities yourself. You can connect with source. You get downloads. You might dream, and like your dreams have meanings. You might get psychic visions. Like, you could use divination tools. So if things don't really like I just like am getting like things don't like always look what they seem, like you might need to look like beyond. There is going to be some sort of like epiphany that comes in. So like during this time of reflection, specifically on like betrayal or like whatever the feeling was, like you do have like being betrayed and left out in the cold are like some of the hardest lessons to learn. And this is coming up for people, especially during this like ending and rebirth and transformation time. So it seems though like I know you guys have the strength to work through that, and these angels are helping you as well. For some of you, very specifically, this could have stemmed from childhood, from a time where you felt different, or like something in your childhood could have like taken place to like make you feel this way. And now it's like coming up to finally be like healed and released. So I do see in the last week of May, like you are kind of like feeling a little stagnant. You are kind of like hanging by a thread. Just know this is the point right before you like emerge, right? So like if you like are a butterfly, like turning in like a caterpillar into a butterfly, like this would be the point when you're like starting to pop through your like cocoon. You will get some sort of epiphany as well that I feel kind of like kind of helps set your mind free. I see that you have a lot on your mind at the end of May, like from everywhere from like sacred geometry. So weird. To like spirituality, to like darker thoughts, to like low vibrational thoughts that keep you stuck, to like housing, to like perhaps like a wedding, to like a meal, to finances, to like death and rebirth and transformation, like a serpent, like I don't know, there's just like all these things going on in this person's head, like just overload. Um you will get some sort of like income in communication, like in matters of like heart or love or emotions. This could be like this could come from someone who is like can be like romantic, creative, like musical, in touch with their emotions, like empathic, like kind of like childish. But there could just be like some like flirting or like some sort of like information. Um, but like it's in matters of the heart. You are like a little mentally conflicted or like feeling a little like mentally trapped. Like I said, you have a lot on your mind for some reason in the last week there of May. And like you may feel like at work, you may feel like a little trapped. Like I said, I do feel like you kind of like have been waiting for something to pay out at work, and like I don't know, you may feel like kind of left out at work or whatever it was, or like you really have to like fight for what it is that you want. But I do see you working really hard still at like trying to overcome all of this. I do see you working really hard at your craft. And it seems like you might have like some sort of like offer come through. So just know that okay, so you could also be working towards like an earth sign, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or like you could be working with this type of energy or like in a partnership with them or whatever it may be. This person is like very solid and stable, like they're very nurturing. It's the same energy. Like I'm picking up on like pretty much the same person as I was earlier in your reading. So this person that's like very like generous, they have a lot of material wealth, they would make a good like friend or parent, or like partner. They make sure everyone's well provided for. I am hearing like this person also has like a lot of knowledge. They really like think things through. They make good investments. They're really good with finances. Um, so this person is like also like you and this person could be working towards like building something that's like solid and stable. Like it could be some sort of like foundation, or like it could be like a home that you're working towards, or like a family. It could also be like some sort of collaboration coming through for you. You could be working on a project with somebody or with people. It is going to be well received by the public. Someone's also been watching you. It could possibly be this like earth energy watching you, or someone who's like very high up in like some sort of like organization or like boss. Like you have a lot of earth energy here. So like you did have like Taurus very strongly as well. You do have a little bit of Leo. But yeah, it's mostly this earth energy that you guys have in your reading. You also have Virgo here as well and Libra. So um, yeah, you're like working like really hard like towards this. So someone may have been watching you. This could have happened like in the workplace or like at home or like in social media or something like that. During a time where you were very like reflective and like contemplating over like heartbreak. You could have possibly, you might have like some sort of heartbreak with it could be like possibly a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sag. This person is like very passionate, motivated. They're very like youthful. They can be kind of mischievous at times, but like they're a go-getter. They're like they are also just like people are just really drawn to this person. Like they move at a really fast pace, like they're really quick, and they like might even possibly be like in the limelight or something like that. Um, so anyways, you are like wanting some like justice as well and like balance in your life. You are wanting things to be like even. I do have like Athena, like the goddess of war, like coming through, and like you're just talking about like a warrior and like strength again. So for some of you, like you might really still be like working through a time when there was heartbreak, okay? So I hope that that helped. I just feel that like someone's like maybe like holding on to that heartbreak. And at some points this month you might feel a little like disconnected, or like you might just feel like um bored and discontent. But just work through all these emotions. It's kind of like what this time is for and what this time is about. And then I do see like really good things coming for you guys. So they were saying that teamwork, work with others to make a situation have a better outcome. And I did see a lot of that happening like at like the first and the second, and then it comes up again in towards the end of May. Some sort of like collaboration or like working with people or like a group of people. They're saying a happy surprise, something very good is about to happen to you. They're also saying to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So this is even if you are single or in a relationship. Just having a like a view on the relationship from a more positive aspect, because like whatever we think we like can't we project, right? So if you keep your thoughts high vibrational, you're going to get high vibrations back to you. And it's also going to help manifest things quickly. If you're always stuck in a low vibration, that's all you're going to keep receiving is low vibrational energy. So children came up a lot for you guys. So like we have the two like angels here that work with children and like help heal them and like help them with their abilities and stuff. And then you guys had children. Children are affecting your love life. So I'm hearing for some of you, it's like the healing that you need to do that could have possibly come from some childhood wound. Um, I'm also hearing for some of you, like children can be involved in the situation. I'm also hearing for some of you, like there is like a childlike vibe to some of these people. I'm hearing also for some of you, you may be thinking of having children as well. And then you guys had baby come through. So some of you may be like thinking of having a baby. Some of you might like conceive during this time, but this is also like a past life where you were a baby, or past life or timeline or whatever you want to call it. So these did kind of come out together, this children and baby. A past life that's also kind of like influencing you this month is Asia. So it was a time when you were in Asia. I'm just hearing like meditation practice. I'm hearing like fasting. They're talking about like Buddha. They're just talking about like they're saying you could, if you truly loved yourself, then you could never hurt another. Like just came through as well. Um, So yeah, so that could be like very, and the color gold or like yellow is coming through. So maybe that's a specific message for someone. They're also talking about communal living, and they are saying it is kind of tied to this life in Asia. So a lot of people are getting this communal living. I think it's because people are like now like all confined in a space together. They're also talking about like working out of the home. They're also just saying that like in the future it's going to be more communal living. Like they're specifically talking about like condos and stuff, and then like big open park spaces and like people living more of a minimalist life instead of like a maximalist, and like how like a lot of people are going to be like transiting into that type of lifestyle and realize that like they can actually create so much from just like their own confines of space. They don't actually need like all this extra space. You guys got Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, and divine plan. So, this is the grandmother to Jesus Christ, to JC, and she came prior to obviously Jesus and his following. She was part of the Sirius like family, like so Sirius star, Syrian starseed, specifically planet B, where your like mermaids, mermans, aquatic beings come from, like dolphins. So this light being is also part of the ascended masters. It's also part of the Council of Light, this being. So it's a very loving, nurturing, motherly aspect. So that could, she is helping you guys also with those like inner child wounds I'm hearing. She also came to lay the foundation of love and light prior to Jesus. So she was someone that incarnated, and they are talking about like heaven on earth. They are talking about Lumera as well, is all coming through. So she'll be assisting you. And then last but not least, you guys got Starseed. So what lights you up and what type of starseed are you? So if you don't know what starseed is, I would encourage you to look up that word. It is a new aged theory that star seeds are beings from outside planets or like within the galaxy or like in the universe that were put here during this time of change and transition and evolution, to help assist Mother Gaia, to help assist humanity, all the souls here, to elevate into this higher frequency that we're moving into. So there's many different types of star seeds, like I was just talking about. Anna, Jesus's grandmother, she was a Syrian star seed. You could be Reptilian was one of them that came through earlier. Orion. You could be from Laren or Vega, which is also like tied to this being. You could be Octuria, like from you could be an Octurian starseed. You could be, well, we're all from Andromedon. Like at some point, your soul had to be created, so we all originate from Andromedon, which is like the furthest. It's also considered heaven. It's where a lot of your light beings are. It's where the angels come from, and also too, it's where like life reviews happen. So at some point, you have to go to Andromedon. It's my favorite place in the galaxy, but like I love like everywhere, but like Andromedon's like obviously like feels like the most like home, just because like that's where we originated, and I just love light. So anyways, you could also be like an avian starseed, blue avian. You could also be Pleiadian. Pleiadian's a huge one. Pleiadian's huge. There's a lot of Pleiadians here right now, and especially right now, the Pleiadians are really, really like opening up, speaking their view, awakening, all of that. So if any of those sounded interesting, first I would just start with Starseed, and then you can check out like my YouTube channel. You can check out Hayden Crawford, Dream Time. He's amazing. I love his content. He does a bunch of stuff about Starseed. I'm also going to be doing a bunch of videos as well to kind of like help people figure out their galactic coding. Okay. So I hope that helped you guys. I'm sending you guys so much love and light, but just gonna close out with some words from your galactic family and the angels. So your galactic family is saying, live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. You can make it through. And the angels are saying to go outside amongst nature, ground yourself and center your soul. Listen to the birds chirp, take a look at the sun, and just be still within yourself. They're also saying to go within and find your inner peace. Problems resolve when you listen to yourself, your inner self, and your inner guidance. We are here for you. Okay, guys, I'm sending you so much love, light, and happiness. Bye.